as well as like having this whole medical stuff happening around it, we also can throw in a little bit of a sexual assault, but we don't talk about that because if your workplace doesn't take you seriously when you say, hey, I have having these health problems, why would you ever bring the fact that one of your other consultants where you're working sexually assaulted you? You don't because there's no trust there.
Yeah.
So, like, and that is how you start your professional career. You're bullied in your ability to do work. You're told that actually you aren't going to die in your hotel room because magically these consultants suddenly also turned into medical professionals. Um, and and you're in Coventry and you're 23 and you're on the other side of the world. Not the greatest start, I would say.
Yeah.
And so that's where I talk about, the trauma of workplace. Like
Yeah.
that is something that I've had to pack and repack and unpack and at moments realize still affects me, nearly 10 years on.
Yeah.
And, the doubts that I have is, I was told if I quit, it would look like blackmail. So it's like, and it's a system because everyone turned away from me.
Mm.
It wasn't just one person. It went right up the chain. Is that, maybe I did come a little naively, but I was never expecting to be treated so differently. And that you get told as a child, if you ask for help, you will get help. But no one tells you when you ask for help and someone doesn't help you. What does that look like?
And that's I suppose so I'm trying to go through everything that you're saying and listening. And I suppose I'm just trying to think because that's where our beliefs come from, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
if you're told as a child, if you scream for help, someone will come. And then when that happens and you do scream for help, but where does the responsibility of the business and the workplace have regarding those issues? Because I actually am not 100% sure about that myself, to be fair.
I guess that's the thing is it's like for me there was an element of safety. I
Yeah,
am deemed by the UK government as someone who is disabled, so I have a legal right to reasonable adjustments.
you're right. Yeah,
And I think where we kind of struggle, even with myself, is like, what is a reasonable adjustment? No one actually kind of outlines what could be considered a reasonable adjustment. So, I wasn't from here, so I had no idea what they were doing was illegal. I had no idea that I could take them to court because I just had no idea. Because, you know, prior to that, my work experience had largely been in retail, which I quit because that was terrible, and then working in a care home. This was my first private, like, professional job
yeah,
on the other side of the world without any real understanding of the law because you don't move to the other side of the world being like, I wonder what the employment law is here in
yeah. That's
case
true.
I get horrifically discriminated against and end up with a whole bag of workplace trauma.
So going back to the original question, what is trauma in the workplace? You have gone through quite a few, obviously.
Yeah, I've gone through. I
To be
collected
fair.
a few here or there. And
So how would a work and you are a organizational psychologist.